Tyler Guyton versus Micah Parsons did not go as Cowboys Nation expected one day into pads over at training camp in Oxnard, California. And what we'll do tonight is just have some fun, talk about the Cowboys, watch some clips from practice, because Tyler Guyton was impressive as heck. Let's get to it. Here we go. What's up, everyone, and welcome into A to Z Sports Dallas Primetime. I am your host, Mauricio Rodriguez, streaming with you live every Sunday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central here on Dallas On Demand Sports Talk Network. I also catch up with you guys in between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with quick hitting videos such as this one. And man, I'm in a good mood because I just saw Tyler Guyton make Micah Parsons look like that. And as I tweeted out over at MAU NFL, M-A-U NFL, if you get Micah looking like that, that means you are cooking. And the Cowboys' first-round rookie absolutely was cooking. The Pats came on Tuesday. So now there is no, asterisk in how a player performs in practice, right? Because they're going full speed. There is live contact. The pads are on. These players are going at it, especially in the trenches. And I would have expected Micah to take Tyler Guyton to school. That did not happen, though. There are, from what I can gather on social media, and shout out to everyone who's got boots on the ground. As I've always said, they make our lives, the people on quote unquote on our mom's basements, lives much easier. And shout out in particular for today's show to Patrick No-C Walker, right, Voice of the Star, for the clips that he had out on social media, and also to Bobby Belt from 105.3 The Fan, and of course, Love of the Star. Shout out to him as well, because we're going to be looking at many of their clips on tonight's show. Hope they don't mind. Shout out to you guys. But anyways, you can find those on Twitter at Voice of the Star, Bobby Belt at Bobby Belt TX. So make sure you go check them out. So from what I can gather, there were 4 particular plays that were tweeted out in which Micah and Tyler Guyton were up head-to-head, right? It was full team drills, so this is not to be confused with one-on-ones or anything like that. And Tyler Guyton, I don't think he lost a single rep. The number 3 play might be a little bit of a stalemate. You let me know what you guys think about that one when we get there. But I do think basically Tyler Guyton won every single one of those reps, it looks like. Let's get to it, though. Enough talking, man. I'm going to try to be pausing these clips and slowing them down as we go. This is play number 1, the video from Patrick Walker at Voice of the Star. Look at Tyler Guyton here. And what I want you to notice specifically is just him getting out of his stance to catch Micah Parsons with relative ease. And we'll look at his feet here, but also look at his shoulders, because one thing that you don't want to do as an offensive tackle is to turn your shoulders and not be square to your pass rusher. And Tyler Guyton just does a fantastic job at it. We're going to look at it full speed. Here we go. Look at it. I mean, first and foremost, you can see Micah's get-off stance is insane, right? Like you can see, Micah's get-off speed is insane. You can see how quickly he fires off of this line of scrimmage. But Tyler Guyton just does not let him get anywhere. Look at that body language right there from Micah. Look at that little, oh, man. He knows he got beat, right? He knows he got beat by the rookie, too. We're going to slow that down right now here on Twitter. We're watching this on Twitter. And look at Tyler Guyton's feet. I'm not going to comment a whole lot on the footwork technique because overall I think it's fine, but I'm not going to act like I'm an offensive line coach or whatever. But look at how fast he gets there. Look at that. And look at him be square against Micah. He's not turning the shoulder outside. He's not letting Micah get there. But he's also not oversetting to kind of risk Micah going inside like he loves to do. And then the hand placement is more than fine. That inside hand, that outside hand specifically, it just gets the job done. And that is it for Micah in this particular play. So again, shout out to Patrick Walker for the play, man. But now we're going to go to Bobby's clips, because he has more clips from this particular matchup. Specifically, he's got round 2, round 3, round 4 that we're going to be looking at. Because, man, as I said, like, this is just impressive work. Look at Micah right there trying to get a spin move on Guyton. Not letting him do that, though. Guyton, look at this. This play should get fans excited. Parsons, I know he's not known as a pass rusher that wins with power, but his speed does allow him to get into power moves pretty efficiently when you're watching a game day, right? And Guyton just shows how explosive he can be. And again, never getting out of balance. His hand placement looks perfect pretty much on display. He shows anchor on this particular play because Parsons kind of tries to get a power move on him, trying to push him backwards. Not a full-on bull rush per se, but he gets these hands to Parsons' chest. This guy tries to spin out of the way, but there's nothing he can do at that point. And again, we're going to look at it full speed. Look at that. Man, that's just good technique right there from Tyler Guyton. And the thing about it is that people made a big deal out of Tyler Guyton's lateral mobility. And I think we see this in every single one of the plays that we're going to be looking at. Like, you just see Tyler Guyton catch Micah, and you could argue that it's a favorable matchup, for him, just because he can deal with the speed. And man, he's 6'7". It's crazy to think about that he's 6'7", man, and moving like this. Look at Tyler Guyton here, right? He's going to catch Micah, gets a good grasp on him, isn't pushed backwards, just gives Dak Prescott room to work with. The spin move doesn't work, and then an extra shove, just finishing the play. Gotta love this. Gotta absolutely love this from Tyler Guyton. Again, this is good stuff. Look at round 3 here again via Bobby Belt over on Twitter. Let me make sure this is muted, though. All right, here we go. So once again, you're going to be looking at Tyler Guyton at left tackle right here, and Micah just trying to get the best of him. And again, man, common theme in these plays, how comfortable Guyton looks getting to his landmarks in pass pro, and just his ability to stay with Parsons without oversetting, without turning the shoulders. This play, in my opinion, is yet another example as to the defensive superstar. He tries to pull a rip move on Guyton. Guyton will not let him do it, though. Some people have been saying online, as always, like, hey, that's a holding. It's not a holding, because if you try to go for the rip move, then the tackle can basically hold you and get away with it. Look at that. Man, where are you going? This is the one that I meant that, hey, you could argue it's a little bit of a stalemate. It isn't a stalemate per se, but you could argue in a real game, if Dak Prescott needed to go a little bit deeper into the reads, you could argue that there's some pressure there applied from Micah. But look at this in slow-mo. And look again at how how Guyton is mirroring Micah, So smooth, man. 3-point stance. It's going to get out of it. It's going to be play action. It's like he's always one step ahead of him. And then Micah tries to go for the rip move here. Guyton will just not let him. Going to push him out of the way. And again, maybe there's a little bit of pressure that applied from Micah, but still, I would give this one to Guyton personally. And it's an impressive one as well. Last but not least, man. Last but not least, how about Tyler Guyton taking Micah completely out of the play? Remember this. A tackle's job is to set the depth of the pocket, right? So the guards, they say they set the width of the pocket. The tackles, the other way around. Tackles set the width of the pocket. But there's also a lot of, like, if your quarterback is going to take a 3-step drop and the edge rusher is breaking free 10 yards back in the backfield, that is not a win for the edge rusher because he's taking himself out of the play. And sorry if my explanation was a little bit rocky there, but I'm going to show you what I mean with this particular clip here from Bobby Belt. Like, Micah is shot out of a cannon. Micah is shot out of a cannon on every single one of these plays, by the way. But look at Tyler Guyton just staying with them and then pushing him out of the way, getting him to the offense, man. trying to tell him, you play offense now, Micah. Look at this. Go with the offense. Man, that has to be frustrating for Mike. And he's trying to pull off moves here, by the way. Let's rewind it, watch it slow-mo. And again, man, not your offensive line coach here on A to Z Sports, Dallas Primetime, or anything like that. Try to learn as much as I can from the trenches, but it's such a complicated world to understand sometimes. But what I do know is that Guyton does not want to turn that outside shoulder. So him staying square like this, keeping those feet apart, right? Not crossing over his feet or anything like that. Like he's keeping them apart at all times. That is completely square on Micah Parsons. That is what you want. And then Micah tries to pull off the move here. He tries to finesse Guyton. Guyton ain't having it. He's just going to push him backwards here. And good luck. Again, man, join the offense. Dak Prescott makes a throw right there. Boom. It's just such an impressive job that Tyler Guyton did. And the most impressive part of it is that he did this on his first day in pads as an NFL player against somebody that has been consistently in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. Cannot wait to see more. And I know Micah is going to get Guyton. And people should not expect Guyton to look this pretty as a blocker throughout the remainder of the camp or the regular season. There's going to be growing pains. Let's see how he does when Micah starts hitting him with those counters, right? When he starts doing the inside kind of cross in the second step instead of the third step, as John Owning so masterfully explained. I think it was 2 years ago now when he started breaking down the tape and being like, most edge rushers cross the inside of the third step. Micah does it at the second step because of the way that he uses his pass rush stance. All those kind of stuff, man. I want to see Guyton deal with that, right? Because he might be oversetting when he shoots out of his stance, and maybe Micah starts finding those weaknesses in Guyton's game. But it's going to be for the best ultimately, right? Iron sharpens iron, excuse me. But what a start for Tyler Guyton. In camp, in pads, going toe-to-toe, and beating Micah Parsons, honestly, in the first day of pads. Gotta love it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments from 1 to 10 how excited does this get you, because I can tell you something. I'm happy. I enjoyed watching those clips so much. There's more to talk about that first padded practice, but that is the highlight, no doubt. Your left tackle holding up against Micah, gotta absolutely love it. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. Bye-bye.